All right, there we go. Hi, folks. How is it going? So, hi. Hopefully this works well. I haven't done one on my PC in a while. As you might notice, things have changed around quite a bit. Um, mostly because I wanted to do more with my stream, and when I finally do change things over, when I get a capture card, that is, I want to be ready. So this is me being as ready as possible anyhow. Hi. So today we're going to be doing Death Stranding, and this is more of a kind of a newbie's foolproof guide to Death Stranding, which I'm sure already exists, but we're gonna try and see how we can do this. I'm also new to some of these scenes, so if I switch in and out kind of sharply, I do apologize if it's a little bit hard to follow. It should be fine for a bit. Anyways, so yes, I You know, you sound impatient, Starberry, but I did post about it on my Twitter. But yes, I believe it's 8 years at I want to say 12.6 AAV, and the first three aren't even contractually um, 12.6. He's taking like super low contracts with super high signing bonuses. His first 3 years come at literally like almost no cap hit whatsoever. Is absolutely asinine. Um, and yes, as Starberry did mention, we had a few retirements as well today. That being Keith Yandel, PK Subban, and Zdeno Chara, who will be taking a 1 day contract back with the Bruins, so that way they can retire him in Boston. So, could deal with that. And already having to refresh my chat in the Twitch app. This is fun. Already having issues. I love it. I love it. I love it. And when I say I love it, I mean I really don't love it. I wish Twitch's stuff would work better. Let's be honest here. And of course, already our first technical issue. Yay! Oh wait, that's because this needs to not be there. Wait, no, that needs to be there. Are we just gonna have issues today? Is that how we're gonna do this? Yep, that's how we're gonna do this. Alright. Alright. Well, I did say it was new. So let's... I don't want to start the game without... Yeah. Doing the auto capture is not gonna help. Alright. So can we do any full screen? Are we gonna need to have... I really should have tested this before, Crimit. Oh, this is fantastic. It was working absolutely fine the other day when I first installed Death Stranding, and now it is not. Why not? Specific window, let's do it the manual way then. Where is Death Stranding? Okay, do we have to do that? Okay, I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Maybe it's in maybe it's a Streamlabs thing or something. Ah, there we go. Alrighty, so let's go back here and then back here, and voila. Alright, so again, Death Stranding. So one thing one should note about this game prior to actually, you know what? Let's check in with Jupe, make sure she's in. I'm just gonna give her a kind prod here. Alright, so yes. Big hockey day today. I like hockey announcements even when players that I really like have to go away from hockey, at least on the ice. Today is kind of not really big in other news other than with tech. Oh, if you think that Subban is done, you are very, very mistaken. Subban will stay in the spotlight for as long as the spotlight will possibly go on him. So, there is that. I don't think he'll be taking a front office job, but I bet you $10 he'll be a commentator, or he will be an analyst or something along those lines. I don't know. Anyway, so let's double check and see how this looks. Oh, that is busy. That is busy. Yeeks. I mean, it has all of the information that I want, but I really... Wait. That can't be right. That cannot be right at all. Did I get a subscribe? Did I get an actual sub, or is that just bullshit? Alright. I will need to check that, because I think that's just dummy information. But yes, we'll need to get rid of that, I think. And then put that up hither. Yeah, but see, the thing is on Twitch, subscribes and follows are different things. So follows should be down, or it should, you know what? Let's just get rid of this. Yeah, I think so too, but I'm not entirely certain. I don't know Twitch enough to really be casting any sort of doubt on that. Let's just get rid of these elements here, because they're honestly not really... can we just select them both and bring them both down here? Bring this down here. And this down here. I think that'll do. Alright. So let's get into the game proper, shall we? Looks like Twitch app is finally doing its business, so let's get right into it, shall we? Yes, yes, I am aware. Let's go on normal, because that's how I start my games. Let's make this large, shall we? For all those who are watching this in 1080p, I will save you the eye strain. Let's see what the hell this is while we're waiting for this to load. Probably some bullshit that... Alright, yeah, nothing to do with anything. They even come up right. Alright, let's see. So let's... I like making it a little bit brighter than it should be, but that's me. Well, there's my username on Xbox if anybody wants to see it, I guess. This information is blocked out on on PlayStation. Can't imagine why though. Hey Jupe, how's it going? It's good to know Twitch's numbers are accurate as always. Got in just in time. Just in time. We may need to lower the settings a little bit. So, one thing you'll need to understand. This is a Hideo Kojima game, so it's gonna be weird. Once you get past that, everything else gets more okay. I need to find a way to watch this just to test, to make sure everything is a-okay. Actually, you know what? You guys can tell me. That's fine.
Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave birth to time and space. Once there was an explosion. A bang which set a planet spinning in that space. Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion.
I should also note that it's very possible that the VOD for this may be useless. Almost primarily because Hideo Kojima has a thing for licensed music. And this entire game soundtrack, at least as far as the in-game soundtrack is concerned, uses music from almost primarily one artist. So we may run into troubles periodically with that. Kind of hoping not. Kind of hoping that shit's kind of settled since it's been a while since Death Stranding's been released. But I guess we'll see. There's already some visual hiccups, so we may need to lower the graphical quality a little bit. Once we get into the game proper, that is. But still, and another thing to note, this game is insanely pretty. I mean, I know that it looks like it's just like this dystopian wasteland right at the moment, but you get pictures like this, and it's just, I can't tell you how many times, like, throughout the course of the game, and I did do, I think, the first 5 days of the game's release, right, and I'd find myself just kind of standing around and just looking around and just taking in the sights. I remember when the first trailer for this game dropped, and for the longest time this game was coded by fans of the Monkey Treatise and the Monkey Treatise. And it pretty much stuck. It was pretty hilarious, I know.
No.
Oh yeah. And if you go into this game entirely blind, this will not be the first spill you take. So, a lot of people will categorize this as a walking. Actually, this doesn't look too bad, so I think I'm gonna leave it. So a lot of people will categorize this as a walking simulator. And I will note I'm using an Xbox controller for this, so for a lot of third-person stuff, it's mostly the same. Your right stick moves the camera around, and you have full control over it, so there's no real limitations unless, you know, scenery. And less sticks for movement, and everything's pretty cool. But I'm gonna note something here. So you have your triggers, and typically they're used for, you know, pointing and aiming, and then shooting firearms, right? Well, if you look at his chest, our main character here, and you press one, and you press the other, you'll notice he braces himself. That'll be super important for the time to come. But for now, we're going to go ahead and pick up our packages that we dropped in that crash. Now, we saw a marker for 1, but it says here that we got 2 out of 4. So how do we figure that out? Hello, dude. We got this button here. Now, on the Xbox controller, that'd be our right bumper. But on PlayStation, if you do this, it would be the right bumper, and you do a scan, and that marks our cargo that we need to pick up. But you notice it marks the terrain too, and this will be something you'll need to note as you go around. So as you scan, you'll notice on the ground here there are marks all over the place, and that marks basically how your terrain is marked. So all the yellow spots are terrain where you're going to need to be cautious. So if you walk over it, you might slip, but the danger isn't too high. If you go over it while braced, you'll lose a little bit of stamina. Those red marks there are almost untraversable, or you need to climb them in order to get past them. You'll do the climbing by pressing on here, it is X, I believe, which would be this button, or on PlayStation, it would have to be, square, I believe. Now, in this particular case, for this particular situation, you'll move around faster when you're not bracing yourself, but you'll notice you'll run a lot more in a more stable fashion when you're bracing yourself. So if you're worried about your cargo, you want to stay braced almost the entire time. And as you get more cargo, you're going to get heavier and heavier, and the need to stay braced is going to be higher and higher as you go along. It's going to be less relevant, but, I mean, honestly, I stayed braced almost through the entire game. I learned that it's just easier that way, if you take the kind of the slow and steady the entire way. And be coming up on a story element in just a second here. Oh, it's A, sorry. So it'd be X on PlayStation and A on your Xbox controller. All of these things are pretty much said to you throughout the course of the game. Just there are certain sections that would be made much easier if the game had been a little bit more plain about it, as opposed to just showing you the instructions on screen and just kind of assuming you'd get it. Like, you want to show off a game's graphical prowess when you're showing off Goosebumps. got me a little. Find that in the game's actual gameplay, this happens a lot less randomly than you think, but it's still tense as hell. That never really get a proper explanation. I mean, they do and they don't. Depends on your definition of a proper explanation.
I think they're gone. What the hell? Didn't mean to grab you so hard. Tears. A chiral allergy. So, you have dooms, like me.
I've got the extinction factor, but I think you got me beat.
What's your level? You can see them, right?
No, but I can sense them.
Level 2, then.
What are you doing here?
Trying to stay dry. Same as you. Time falls let up. My name is Fragile.
Yeah, I've heard of you.
That right? Sam Porter Bridges. The man who delivers.
Ah, yes, the section that was made just for advertisements.
You want it? A crypto byte a day keeps the time fall away. Wanna come work for me? Must be tough out here on your own.
Oh.
Yeah.
I sense
Fragile Express
that
had plenty
meaning
of people.
something
Plenty of
sarcastic
traitors.
perhaps, but
Not much left of us now.
wait till you
save
find
for a
out
few
how they're
nice
made.
folks. And on top of that, not much left of me either. Got soaked from neck to toe.
I can't help you with that. I make deliveries. That's all.
This is Bridges Central Dispatch. Freelance contractor Sam Porter Bridges. Receiver is standing by for drop.
Headed into town. Watch yourself. Those things never stay gone for long.
Also, Juke, thanks for the shout out on Twitter. That was really cool of you. Appreciate it.
The timeful fast forwards whatever it touches. But it can't wash everything away. The past just won't let go. I'll see you around. Sam Porter Bridges.
Alright, I think we can roll out shortly. Alright, so, there's one package there. Am I gonna be able to rearrange it all? Alright, there is got to be a way to do it on here. I could have sworn. Hold breath, right hand action, pause. Photo mode, call out. Cargo, so it's Y, right? And nope, that's not what I want to do. No. Okay, well it'll tell me eventually anyways. What I want to do is try and rearrange what's on my backpack, but I guess they'll teach us later and it won't let us do anything until then. So right now just scanning for other packages. We got one on the radar there, so let's go and get them smart drugs, because that's one of the big ones that we're missing here. Now, it might be a little bit hard to believe, but if I really wanted to, I can actually get up over on that other section in the distance there. Everything you see is pretty much traversable in some way, shape, or form. It's really incredible how this game works if you take out all the weird plot elements from it. Moving a little fast. There we go. Alright. So, you know how I was scanning before for terrain to see what was easy to go over and what was hard to go over. So you got your red X's there and your yellow triangles to indicate somewhat dangerous terrain. Well, with rivers, it applies a little bit differently. As you'll see now, there's yellow over there, but there's blue here. So blue, you can go through river sections that are blue with no real issues. You don't even really have to brace yourself. But regardless of whether or not you brace yourself, it takes stamina. As you notice beside me, it's that little blue gauge. Bright blue indicates your first level of stamina, and then it basically tells you right there. Okay, give me 2 seconds here. Get that fixed. And move this up. There we go. Is that better? Should be. Alright, perfect. So yeah, like I was saying, so you want to be scanning often is the whole point here, to just make sure and keep an eye on your stamina gauge. So yeah, the levels actually have names. I've just been like Stamina 1 and Stamina 2 really, but yeah, there are different levels to it as you go along. Now with those yellow areas, you will need to brace yourself or you'll be swept away by the current. As you brace to go through it, it'll deplete your endurance gauge as it goes. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. Yeah. Hideo Kojima has been known over the years as kind of a guy who's like really weird when it comes to plot details in his games. But I'll be damned if anybody tells him he does not know how to make a good, well thought out game. I mean, you don't really notice this now, but as you go on, those packages on the back, on his back there, also accumulate rust, and they get indicators of the quality of the packages and basically how well you do when you do bring them to where you gotta go. You get a score, basically, in points, based on that. But you can see, like, if you sit out in the rain, or if they get damaged or something like that, you get less points for them. So this is a package I don't really have to go to. This is already an example of rewards for going off the beaten path. And then there's more of those crypto buyouts. And I believe they're there for restoring stamina, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to walk up to one here. And I think it's X to eat one. Yes. Okay, so that's for blood levels, which is a thing you're not really going to mess too much with. That's... Your blood gauge is essentially your life, and you don't really need to deal too much with death and the likes for now. Now that I'm off the beaten path, the path gets a little bit tougher. The normal path would have you, let's see, somewhere off in this direction. But I want to end up over there, and there's my last package. But I can pick that one up as well if I want to. I'm not even sure if that's actually, like, if that's networked or not. It doesn't look like it's tied to a user, so just more evidence of, you know, off the beaten path rewards and so on and so forth. So let's just kind of go for it. Nothing I'm missing. I can't really go off there, can I? Maybe? Yeah, I can go down there. It'll be a bit of a hassle, but these packages can't really get much more damage than they already are. So we're just gonna really take it easy, brace ourselves, and just... God, I wish I had my tools. You get a lot of tools over the course of the game that make some of this traversal much easier. Like ladders and ropes and things like that. So these are all blue marks, so we should be able to get through here without much of a problem. We want to get that package over there and get more points for it. So we're just gonna meander our way up this hill. God, this is much this went much easier than it did when I took it through a test earlier. Where? Okay, so it's up there. Alright. I can deal with that. Also, if you click in the left analog stick, that makes him run. You don't really notice the change of pace when you're braced, but if you let go, he breaks into an obvious sprint. Alright. Now, can I change? No, I can't. Alright, that's fine. Auto sorting for what's on my back for the most part, doesn't get too bad. Not in the beginning, anyways. Oh, there's another package over there. Alright. So you can kind of get the idea of what I mean by, like, you know, in some sections and sometimes things are just kind of chill. What I'm doing right now, you could literally, like, towards the end of the game, just get away with doing, like, almost entirely. Just pick up packages that have been laying around and deliver them to different locations in the game world. I mean, entirely up to you. You can go out and try and eliminate certain things that I won't spoil too much until they've been revealed here. But, you know, like, your experience is entirely up to you. Alright, there's a big one. Alright, now we gotta really slow it down because Buddy's carrying quite a haul on his back and it's kind of unwieldy. And I do not have the ability to resort it, so I'm just sitting here going, alright. But thankfully, we're right close to our destination, so... But as you'll notice, my load's getting a little bit bad. So, you notice if I try and walk without bracing, he tilts. Now, the typical mention is how you counterbalance that is either by slowing down or coming to a stop, or, well, you'll notice too, he's got this brace on that buckles in at his hips and at his shoulders. That's kind of like I wouldn't say it's robotic, but it's acts like a brace, or like a kind of like how picture like how a backpack works, but with science fiction behind it. Pretty much. You do get equipment later on in the game that helps you carry more and more. And you also get, like, vehicles and stuff like that, too, that can also carry packages. Let's deliver all this cargo. Let's do it. So to speak.
Luckily, our bridge are in perfect condition. Well, we did keep us waiting, but everything else seems to be in good order, so great work. We'll be awaiting the next delivery.
Thanks. So just telling us about the cargo, and the damage it received. Basically, how points translate in this game is through likes, and it's quite literally operating just like social media likes. You'll see how it kind of progresses later on in the game, but yeah, that's how your points go. So we have 191 likes from that singular recipient. Typically I skip this stuff, but I kind of want to show you how this works. So as you go, there's bonuses for a lot of the things that you do with your package. I think, like, almost starting with your very next mission, you also get bonuses based on how long you take as well and how much distance is traveled. So if you manage to get cover a lot of distance but cover a lot of it quickly and while on foot, your bonuses get, like, multiplied. Okay, we're gonna just go ahead. And as you go, you get little ranks for different things that are important to the game. Okay. So we've got a little bit of plot exposition coming up here. And I'll leave it to it. Not quite yet. Though the weird baby is technically in frame right now. Technically. Hey, yeah, baby.
Different when I was a kid. America was a country. Anybody could go anywhere they damn well pleased. No need for couriers like yourself. We had highways, airplanes, even visit other countries. Hard to imagine now. As you can see, the Death Stranding protest full of holes. Fucked us beyond all recognition. And if you were lucky enough to survive, the timefall came and washed you away. When those freaks from the beach showed up, the worlds of the living and the dead all mixed together. And that's when folks started pulling up in the cities. Couriers like yourself got put up on a pedestal.
Further to the incinerator. This guy's about to pop.
Shit. What if we cut to the BTs?
Got us right where they want us. Get us out of here.
Not quite so lucky.
No.
See, there's that little brace thing that I was talking about. They both got one on. Yeah, right?
This BB must be busted or something.
Oh, and it's up and running again. How about that? Just in time. Well, so you're technically right and wrong simultaneously. You learn to understand why, but that won't be so apparent at first. You are hurting yourself pretty bad. I should also put a warning on this scene. If you're a little bit squeamish about, let's say, let's just call this an SW at this point. Shit's gonna get kind of heavy. Yeah, that one passed. But, got bad news. Something big is coming. Oh yeah, don't worry. This is the tip of the iceberg. And now we get to see what happens when Sam dies. Because that's what happened. Wait a second. It's nowhere to be found. Hopefully before I have to cut off here, we can get to a few more of the expansive elements. We definitely won't be seeing combat on this stream, because combat really doesn't happen until later on, but some of the other stuff, I think you'll enjoy as well, and I hope I get to some of it before I have to cut things off here. And again, keep in mind, for anybody who's watching, depending on where you're watching, Death Stranding is free on Game Pass right now. So if you have an Xbox Game Pass of some sort, I strongly suggest you try it out, at the very least. I mean, if your computer can run it, that is. Why? Oh, because it's going out from my body. Right. It's supposed to help you find my body. So, the whole idea here is my body, as Sam Porter Bridges, is still tethered to the world of the living. And, I mean, they never expressly say it, but what I'm controlling right now is his soul, I think. We're gonna go and find our body here. And ooh. Sup, baby? So that. Okay. Cool, cool. So this crater is what happens when one of those things comes in contact with still living organic matter.
An explosion. That will be our last.
As you might imagine, that's why they're so desperate to keep it from happening. Pardon me. Okay, it says it's 100% loaded. There we go. Oh, pardon me.
Oh, you're awake. So, how does it feel to be back in
Kojima would be nothing without his movie references.
For obvious reasons. And your broken bridge, baby. Is it alright? It's been marked for disposal. Didn't work anymore. Why keep it? We lost everyone. Not just corpse disposal. My team, HQ, all of Redford, every soul was in New York City. We're at our base, in Capital Rock City now. Or should I say, our new headquarters. Sudbury seemed a logical choice.
Yeah, of course.
Implementation team.
Sudbury strikes me as a natural base of operations.
2 days. Things here are a mess. Fortunately, the director and the support team were out of town at the time, so the chain of command remains intact. I hate to do this so soon, but I have a job for you. This stencil is from when you repatriated? What's the other mark from? Okay. I see. Aphanphosmphobia. No wonder you were out there alone, where no one could touch you. I'll try to be more careful, Sam. So, the job is an urgent delivery. I need you to bring the president some morphine. What president? America's gone. You talking about the mayor of Central Park? No, not the mayor. America lives on, Sam. The president is in the final stages of cancer, in critical condition, but there's still time. On me. Look, Sam. Do as I ask, and I promise it will all make sense.
And then when it makes sense, it'll stop making sense again.
Because I'm not really here.
Womp womp.
Apologies. This is just a chirogram. And here come the tears. Allergic reaction to the chiral transmission. I'm actually over in the isolation ward in the big triangle building. Here is the morphine. Bridges hereby enters into a contract with Sam Porter. Come on, we got morphine now. This is about only the children. The truth, Sam, is that America's last president wants to see you in person. Are you really about to say no? Very good. I'll see you in the isolation ward.
Hmm.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All clear. Welcome.
Can I? No. I have to deliver. Alright. So as you might guess,
Have a pleasant journey.
any sort of artificial environment like this will be easy to go over. So it's all blue marks. Which means that you do not need to brace and you don't go under any sort of sped up depreciation of your endurance or stamina bars rather. Mm, yeah. And now I can use this to find out where I'm going, which is right there. It's gonna let me go through here. No, I have to go this way.
Sam, if you want to confirm you're headed the right way, check your compass. It should never steer you wrong. Provided you have a destination, that is. Central wasn't just home to Bridges HQ. It was also the seat of the Reconstruction experiment. If the president hadn't required special treatment, she would have never left.
It's the only downside to playing this game on on my PC as opposed to my PS4, the load times. I mean, don't get me wrong, the load times on PS4 are bad as well, but as you can tell, they're especially a little bit drawn out here. Just go back and make sure Streamlabs is working out okay. Okay, there we go.
Sam, it's me, Dead Man. Sorry, my mistake. I'm afraid the president's condition has deteriorated. Thank you. This will help to ease the pain. And allow her to speak with you in these final moments.
It's not gonna let me. Alright.
First and last female president of the United States. Surely you remember her. She raised you. You're not exactly dressed for a reunion. Get that off before you come inside.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly a hard delivery.
That's the president's right-hand man, the director of bridges.
Not a wise idea. Now, this one is kind of unique in the fact that it is directly tied to the plot, and I can't really damage it.
American Reconstructionism. She worked tirelessly to bring the nation together again. Without her, there would be no bridges. She deserves a funeral with full honors. But we can't give her that. If she dies, America dies.
Without her, bridges will cease to be.
Listen. Her cremation must be carried out with the utmost secrecy.
Even if we pull it off, what then? Who's gonna take her place? Face it. America's history.
Sam, America isn't dead yet.
You just said that it dies if Bridget dies.
She may be lost to us, but we still have an America worthy of the presidency.
Sorry, boy.
Let's not get into it now. What matters is that we're going to finish your mother's work and rebuild America as she intended. That's the reason bridges exist. So take the first step, Sam, and deliver the president's body to the incinerator.
If we don't all come together again, humanity will be lost. You're the one I wanted to save, Sam. Time's running out. I love you, Sam. I was waiting for you on the beach.
Facilities to the southwest. Remember that you'll be passing through BT territory.
We built the incinerator way up in the mountains so that the chiral matter in the smoke wouldn't reach the city. It won't be easy carrying a body up there.
We'll be monitoring you around the clock. If anything comes up, we'll offer you support via the couplings.
Alright, so we're kind of on the clock, but kind of not at the same time. The faster we do this, the better. Seeing is... Oh. I think you almost saw what happened when I'm not paying attention to whether or not I'm braced. Alright, and I believe that up there is our first taste of structures. Now, this one was not placed by a player. It's one of the few examples in this game to kind of introduce you to the idea by placing one in front of you, though you will get to put one of these down in the future. Kind of introduces you to the idea of them. So this particular one is called a watchtower. Basically lets you survey the area, and I don't know why it's not letting me use it. Pressing X, there we go. So very much like, pardon me, very much like compass mode here, but we get to do a little bit more. So we can raise the scope up, and we can zoom in. So lets us permanently mark some items on the map as well. We can't do that yet. Alright. So this is more or less to just give you an idea of what it's about and what you can find and what you can mark on the map here. So there's some crypto buyout locations there. I'm surprised I'm already seeing some what are these called in chiral something or other? Chiral crystals. So these are locations where other players have beaten BTs. I'm surprised you get to see them straight away, or maybe again they're just there to kind of get you used to the idea of seeing them. Regardless, that is what they're supposed to mark, and you actually get resources from them, and you can make them yourself. But let's get moving, shall we? Really wish I could take, but as you notice, those marks, and I don't have to scan for them, those marks stay on the field. I'm still gonna keep scanning in case you know, I want to find any packages, but I don't think I really should take any on this one here. We're gonna go pick up these chiral crystals though, because those are a resource that is really valuable, and we need a device to pick them up. Alright, so we can't even get those yet. Fantastic. And we gotta get up this way, I believe. Nah, no, closer this way. So we have a few options. We can go, there's a little cavern on the left side there, or we can go through some rougher terrain up here on the right. And again, you can do this any way you choose. But then there'll be nice little calm moments like this where it's like, we know it's going to be a long trip, and we know it's kind of somber, so let's keep the mood going. And I'm not gonna lie, like, through this game I fell in love with this artist. And as I mentioned before, you can use tools. This will get you used to the idea that they exist in the world outside of you as well. This one was placed by an NPC, but you'll see them placed by players as well. Oh wait, wrong button. Let's leave some likes for Igor. Thanks for the ladder, bud. So let's say, in this particular case, this river could be rather treacherous to get over, even though it's really not. A ladder will help you get over it. Are we on the path yet? Okay, yeah. So, a few different ways you can go about this. The straightforward path here that goes up this way. Like I said, the terrain is more difficult, but it'll take you through there. If you go through this way, I believe you'll get introduced to our first violent NPCs. And when I say violent, I mean that directly. They want to impede you, but I'm not sure if you meet them just yet. We'll see. Let's take the path more traveled, shall we? Okay, yeah, this is a different path than I thought. But as you can see, there's a value in taking different paths, whether, you know, it's trying to take a more passive route or not. Those are not something I need. This point right here is, we're going to get a lesson in just looking for these pieces of traversal, these tools here. So in this particular case, we're being introduced to ladders. And again, there's one on the left side, or no, that's a rope on the left side. And then on the right side, we've got some ladders. And a rope, it looks like. So let's take the tougher way here. So actually, I'm not even sure if that's rougher, to be completely honest. I just hate being around waterfalls, honestly. Got some bad early game experiences as far as waterfalls are concerned. So let's just take a jog up this hill. As the game goes on, the placement of these is going to get a lot more random because they're placed by other players. And how that works is, so you're basically locked into like a weird kind of way to put it, but like I don't want to say a session, but almost like a map of sorts or something like that. And you're kind of locked into that map, like a version of the map for the turn that you play, and other players can come and go, and they leave their mark by, you know, giving you tools that you can use, by setting up structures, as we saw earlier. And the best way to let them know you appreciate it is by leaving some likes, which are which go towards your point total at the end of the day. So as you perform missions, you'll notice your likes go up based on how many structures you leave. So there's a, like, not, it's not even just being nice, but your game also encourages it by actually giving you incentives to do it. So it's not even just a virtue. It's legitimately encouraged. Alright, let's get up on the ledge here safely. And there's where we gotta go, right? Yep. It sure is. And we're about to have our first run-ins with BTs, I think. If I remember this correctly. Now, I didn't test for this when I first installed this particular version of the game. The last time I did, I was some patches behind, so I'm not entirely certain if this will run so great on my computer, but I guess we'll find out. Should be fine, honestly, but I guess we'll see. And here we are. Yeah, let's be done with this.
Uranium density in the area is climbing rapidly. Heavy timefall is imminent. Get back here now.
Sam, burn the other cargo while you're there.
What's this?
BB-28. It's the unit E1 was assigned. It was hooked up to you when we found you in the crater.
Why is it here?
Because it's flagged for disposal. Central Lab's gone, and our headquarters along with it. Because that thing didn't do its job. It's all in Igor's logs.
But it's still alive.
It can't be repaired, and it can't survive outside the pod. Pity it if you want, but a decision has been made. It has to go. The director approved the order.
This game hit me at a very weird time. What with, you know, weird baby that you have to carry or care for. So that little blinky thing, that's going to tell me where these BTs are. And I'm also going to be able to use my scanner to see them. So there's a couple things to note now that we're here. While we can see them, we won't always be able to scan. So we have to try and keep that where that thing is basically blinking towards, like when it's at a focal point where it's pointing, is where your nearest BT is to you. You do not want them sensing you. Well, so you've got the scan, but also holding it will hold your breath. That's vital to know. We're gonna try and go this way. I believe I can crouch as well, and it might tell me how, but I can't remember how. Oh, there we go. So we're gonna try and go this way here and see if we can just kind of sneak our way around. Oh boy. Kind of. Now some of them are moving. We're gonna try and sneak our way right through here. And hopefully that'll be enough. Okay, okay. We got a problem. Okay. Out this way. Okay, we're okay. Okay, we're good. Whew. Alright. Oh, shit. Okay. So I just held my breath for too long. I forgot that's what that's for. Alright. Shit. I think I may have just kind of screwed myself here. If I touch those cords as well, I'm just as good as caught as if I run into them proper, so I think I'm maybe in the clear here. If I get caught, I get tossed into a boss fight that essentially I cannot win. Shit. Shit. Oh, please tell me you're not moving. Okay, good. Come on, man. Oh my god. Alright. Like he said, these things are literally everywhere. I have to find a way around that guy right there. Shit. Yeah, you don't say. Okay. I have to try and see if we can find our way through. Oh, okay. Shit. Okay, I know. Oh, man. Like I said, it's tense. Okay. Oh, okay. This is like where in the game you are literally your most powerless, so having to get through this with absolutely zero help is just terrifying, even though I'm like kind of a seasoned pro at this. Well, I'm not going to say a seasoned pro, but definitely not a newbie, that's for sure. Okay. Okay. How are we doing up here? Oh, fuck, man. If we could just not, that'd be fantastic. Okay, wow, they're right on top of me. Are we good? Oh, yeah, I think we're alright. Are we clear? I think we're clear. Yeah. That is essentially the last of them, I think. Okay, and where is our destination? Not too bad. Alright. A little bit out of the way, but I'll take it over having to get a run-in with one of those things. I'd love to show you, but honestly, I don't want to deal with that right now. Not until I have some way, somehow, to help myself. Yeah, it just gave me a thumbs up. Alright. So, back to some semblance of normal. We actually might need that because our blood levels went down a little bit. Okay. Can we go back up that way? Probably not, but it'll be shorter if I can. So let's see if I can kind of cheat my way up there. Think I'll have enough stamina to be able to make it up that way. Yep, there we go. Oh, man. I'll tell you. That first section is something else. And now there's this drop. And there's our destination. Another drop. Kind of. And also, to see these little footprints that you leave here, kind of helps you find your way back if you want to come back the way you came. It also leaves recent footprints for NPCs and other porters. So, if you want to find the way that other players have traversed, you just follow the footprints. I believe there's a recentness to them, so like they can only be left by people who've gone in that area recently. I'm not entirely certain about that one though. Whoops, wrong button. Alright, let's go across here. Here's the, is this the waterfall? Maybe not. Okay, sweet. Oh, waterfalls. Yeah, I like those. Ah, yes. It's telling me how to restore my stamina, so I may as well show you how to do that too. So, it should likely be the same no matter what controller you have. You're going to hit this on the D-pad, hold it, and then you're going to select the item from your menu here. In this case, we're going to go with the canteen, then hit A, and we get ourselves a shot of Monster Energy. I honestly probably had to use that all about 3 times in the last playthrough I went through. Stamina management is usually way more easily exercised by bracing yourself properly, not running everywhere, and relying a little bit on vehicles. But at the beginning of the game, you don't really get a choice in some of that, so... You might start to recognize some of the scenery. We're headed back to that city we were in before.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Welcome to Capital Knot City. Proceed to distribution center.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Welcome back to the distribution center. Check the location on your compass.
This spot is Dunzell, Washington. You aren't going anywhere at all, bud. So long as me and Sam have anything to do about it, or to do with it. That's what I meant to say.
Sam, I thought I told you dooms and BBs were a dangerous combination. Huh, perhaps his shower is in order. You're still covered in chiranium. I want the president to see you again.
What are you talking about? She's dead.
You're upset. Is this about BB-28?
Go fuck yourself. Get your hair.
Well, in any event, it seems it owes you its life.
No, the other kid out alive. You too.
As you say, I shall look after it. Give my regards to the president.
Oh, Sam, you have such a detached sense of potty mouth.
It's almost time to go, Sam. Here. It's a dream catcher. Wear it when you sleep, and it'll keep the nightmares away. It will always be with you.
We're gonna have another exposition dump.
Good morning, Sam. Sam, this is Die Hard. There's a private room set aside for your use. Bridges work. Take a moment to clean up. Wash all that chiralium off and come to the resident's office.
So it's gonna show me how to shower. Get your money shot in, Norman.
For fuck's sake. Is it anything private in there?
You did well, Sam. Thank you. Bridget may no longer be with us, but her legacy has a chance to live on. Sam, listen to me. America, Reconstructionism, her dream isn't dead.
I don't want to hear it.
This is the face of our new hope, our new America.
My mother may be gone, but I'm here. And you're Sam.
beginning for our people, for our nation. Under Emily's leadership, we'll re-establish the UCA, the United Cities of America. This is how we'll rebuild our country. And we'll need your help to do it, Sam.
No, I'm through with this. I said my goodbyes to all of you, so don't worry.
We never forgot about you, Sam. You ran away. You cut us off.
Emily put together an expedition. The best of Bridges won. And went west.
I led them past craters in BT territory. I kept them safe while they searched for survivors.
Never once missed a beat. Saw him coming a mile away.
We convinced community after community to join the UCA, and we left behind our own people to help them. It took us 3 years, but we managed to make it all the way to Edgemont City.
All the way to the Pacific. Jesus.
Yeah. But then everything went to hell. The team was wiped out. Emily was taken.
Taken.
I'm not being kept in a cell or anything like that. I'm allowed to use their facilities and to speak with you whenever I want. I just can't leave the city.
It's all to safeguard the continued independence of Edgemont City. That's where the keepers are staying, at least. They want the UCA to leave them be. Emily's their insurance policy in case we go.
Who are these assholes again?
Homo Demons, militant separatist group. They run Edgemont City.
I've heard of them. Bunch of terrorists who go around towns killing people and leave you craters.
Right. Nothing's off limits for them. Not even engineering void outs.
You think the suicide they took out Central Knob was one of theirs?
Could be. There are extremists like the demons everywhere, plotting in the shadows. They're decentralized by nature. No one organization to rule them all. Just a common ideology.
I know not everyone shares a vision for the future. If we Americans don't come together again, humanity won't survive. I carried my mother's message to people all across the country. Not everyone was willing to accept it.
More than a
I mean, this is the United States of America, after all. And rants aside, it wouldn't truly be a United States of America if they weren't entirely united.
think that America can only be rebuilt by force, by men who tell them what to do, who take away their freedom and put them in shackles.
What'd you put on me? Huh? You know better than the demons. Just another kind of cult.
They're not shackles, Sam. They're a symbol of our bonds. That's what we need right now. Not to stand apart, but to come together. To form chiral knots and reconnect.
Sam, we want you to go west and finish what Emily started. The people she left behind have been hard at work, setting up chiral network terminals. But these terminals are still isolated. We need you to bring them online. And for that, you'll need a Cupid. This contains all the necessary security and operations protocols to integrate a terminal into the chiral web. Take the Cupid west, Sam, and reconnect the people of our great nation. And when you get to Edgemont City, find Emily and bring her home.
After that, I'll take over the presidency and carry my mother's work to save the country.
This was Bridges' dying wish. This is how we move forward.
Please, Sam.
Well, it's more like she's not here, but you know. Nitpicks.
Hold on. Stop. Listen to me. America needs you. Both of you.
Covering the world in cable didn't bring an end to Warren's suffering. Don't act surprised when it all comes apart if you try to do it again. Round and round it goes. Connect, reconnect, it's not that simple.
All right, Sam. Just take it easy. I get it. You don't have to commit to anything now. Why not get some rest?
Good idea. We all need our sleep. Leave it to long and reliable to reconnect with the other side. The necessary maintenance has been completed.
Can you please stop shaking the tank there, Dead Man? Make me feel a lot better.
For once it would seem that Dooms and BBs are a good combination. Or perhaps the two of you have something of an affinity for one another.
Seeing that little bugger makes me smile. I like it. It seems weird to a lot of people. And I mean, carrying around a fetus, essentially, in a tank is admittedly weird. But creating a bond with a baby is, well, when this game came out, that was an entirely new concept to me, and now it's not so foreign. I see something like that, and it just kind of hits me in the old pitter-patter, you know? Is it raining outside? Yeah, it looks like it is. But I don't know. Yeah, I bet you it is. Or I missed most of it. Oh, I will, thanks. Alright, prepare for a jump scare, everybody.
Sam, this is Deadman. I calibrated your BB based on physiological data we collected from you earlier. It's still just a best guess, though. After you take it out for a spin, we can check if you're in sync and tweak the BB sensitivity as needed.
Well, I guess we don't get a jump scare with this one. It's one of the times that you check in on the on BB and you get like a little shock to your system, and I did not expect it the first time I experienced it, and it scared the shit out of me.
This case will remove any viral matter still clinging to your suit. Speaking of suits, blue is for delivery personnel, red for medical, orange for corpse disposal, and black for security.
Can we do that with this one? Ah, just the sunglasses.
Hey there. Believe we've met. I oversee delivery operations as well as maintenance and repairs. Nice to have you on board. I'm Mama, in case I didn't mention it before. Those there are strands. Not just used for packing, by the way, but for identification too. Take a closer look and you'll see. See the red there? That's your blood.
Okay, guys, just a second. The hell? I gotta go switch over my laundry. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, folks, I am back. Let's get right to it. Also, Negatron, thank you for joining. I appreciate the lurk. Of course, you had to jump in when I was away. Well, that's a door upstairs. That's what that is. Wind must be picking up outside.
Death Stranding, as well as those in Dooms and Repatriates. When you relieve yourself, a certain amount of chiral matter is flushed from your system. Chiral matter can adversely affect hormone secretion and nervous function. There's a correlation between...
And I don't know if you can hear me at all, Negatron, but I have already played this game quite thoroughly, in fact, and I'm actually playing this for Jupe, who was interested in trying out the game but wasn't sure if it was for her or not. So I figured while I'm doing this, I would also use this as a chance to do kind of like either a let's play or a kind of a, you know, here's this is how to play the game, basically. In case anybody might be thinking the same thing. Because this is a wonderful game, and now with it being free on Game Pass, it's honestly, if you have a Game Pass subscription already, there's absolutely no reason for you to not at least try it. Other than maybe, you know, it doesn't run on your computer. I think we're done, right? Of course, we wouldn't be so lucky. Alright, I'll be right back again, folks. I'm gonna go take care of the door that keeps banging in the wind. Sorry, kitty. Oh, this again. I gotta stop doing that. Alright. Okay, we're still good. Oh, hey, look, they're finally here to pick up my recycling. And that's how I get my tools.
Except anything original. All that's got a soul. Nothing real. Just copies.
Which is why stories break you. Before and after we're made whole, we'll need
No rest for the wicked.
We'll give you the details on the dispatch target. Make sure you check upstairs. Drops waiting in there too.
These shoes look like they've done some serious marks.
Jesus Christ. So Nvidia just dropped their GeForce event.
My blood seems set those things off.
A 4090 is gonna go for 1,679 pounds. Pounds.
You tell me.
That's crazy town. I don't even have half the power of that in this laptop, and look, it's stuttering a little on Death Stranding, like. Wow, there was quite a bit of lag there. You know, maybe I'll take the moment at some point to address this. I keep saying, oh yeah, maybe I will, and then I'll get satisfied and be like, oh, it's not so bad. And then it's bad again. Alright, let's actually address this, shall we? I'm gonna should be a little bit easier on things here. Alright, so our introduction to the primary method of gameplay here. So we go to a terminal in one of the not cities, or one of the smaller locations, take on orders. I mean, typically there'll be sections below where it says orders for Sam there, but for now all we have is orders for Sam. We pick from a list of available orders. It shows us shows the map, so it tells you where you gotta go, and then you decide whether or not you want to take it on, in which case yes, we do. Accept. And then this is that cargo spot that I was telling you about. So right now we're gonna go ahead and carry on back. Load all. Here's some of our tools. Yeah, we've already talked about this, so I'm gonna go ahead and carry on back. We're gonna load all and head out, because that looks pretty organized and I can deal with that. So I don't think we're at a point yet where we can start seeing other players' stuff, but we'll know right as we leave whether or not that's possible. And does not look like it yet. Yes, of course. You don't give me a choice. So it's showing us how to access our tool loadout. So we have 4 ladders by the looks of things, and 3 ropes. We're not going to equip anything because we don't need it right now. So these little markers, they literally exist just to gather likes. They're entirely aesthetic. But you know how I was like, oh hey look, you know, there's a sign that I can see other players' stuff. There's usually a bunch of those right outside the city locations. Oh, create sign is Y. There we go. Okay, so it's that direction we gotta go in this time around. And you'll notice now we've got a bunch of packages popping up. When it's other players' stuff, it can either be stuff that they dropped or stuff that they left behind because they were attacked. There's a wide variety of reasons they could end up dropping their packages. Is there one over there? Yep. Oh, there's a bunch all over the place. Holy crap. Are you counting on someone like me? Let's not fool each other here. But with every package I pick up, I become a little bit harder to continue. So I gotta be careful, especially early game. Which is where we are at right now. So we gotta be watchful. Just make sure that it doesn't get too heavy. We gotta make sure that it doesn't get too tall. And I think we're good with heaviness right now. So I think tallness is the biggest problem we'd have at this point, and I didn't even think to look for that. Gotta be more careful. I think about paying attention. And I think that's another type of structure we have up ahead. Was that one built, or is that one a default? Guess we'll find out. I hope it's a player-made structure, and it is not. Oh well. Alright, so this is another type of structure where if you see a ton of packages kicking around and you feel you've taken on too many, you can use one of these as a place to offload a lot of them, and they'll be considered partially completed deliveries. These partially completed deliveries will stay there. So long as it's a player constructed structure, it'll stay there for somebody else to pick up and finish the delivery. You'll get partial points for it. So if you complete the delivery the entire way, you get more points. But if you go to and do it to one of those, you get partial points and you get to offload your cargo. So it's kind of like a dual-edged blade if you want to look at it that way. Are those Nikki's doing ones as well? It's one of the ways I can tell whether it's a player-made structure or not. I'm pretty sure, like, your first run through this area, none of the structures are player-made. Yep. Okay, I'm not even gonna bother. I've got packages to pick up. This becomes a little bit more critical in the fact that as you go on, you don't have to just worry about balancing yourself. You also have to deal with other NPCs, and some of which are not so happy to let you just kind of do your thing. So combat and dodging and stealth all become a lot harder when you've got a stack of packages kicking around. Packages up there, but there's one back here. And you're allowed to make some mistakes. You can take a spill or two. Yes, I know. I mean, you just told me how to use it, so... I would get the use out of it that you just told me how to. Though I'm not sure how Sam would have gotten around this long without knowing how to use a ladder. Especially when they're pretty self-explanatory, like... Oh, son of a bitch. Yes, I know. Alright. So... they're being timefall. So timefall is basically like changed rain, if that makes any sense. If you end up... anything that touches rain basically accelerates its aging. So in the case of... whatchamacallit? In the case of... these cargo containers, they basically rust, like I mentioned before. Is it this one? No, it's this one here. So we're going to go ahead and situate with a ladder. We're going to go ahead and aim it so it goes where we want it to. Oh, the storm passed already. Well, how about that? I want it to go straight to the top, so let's put it in there and it just drops. Hopefully that's enough to get me up to that cliff there. I think so. Should be. There we go. Yep. Okay, yeah, I think somebody definitely ended up getting tangled with a BT or something here, because that is heavy cargo. Okay, I just made things massively more difficult for myself here. But that is okay, because I think I can handle it. I'm gonna go right ahead. Also, if you're having trouble recentering, as you'll notice, climbing is a great way to recenter yourself. Sorry. I'm gonna just try and navigate here. Okay. And again, this is another case where constantly bracing is handy. And so, another thing to note, I feel like I'm always running into stuff to be able to introduce new players to. But here's another thing. So you saw that border that I just approached? And you see how now I'm in this orange line? That means I'm disconnected from the chiral network, and often means that there's enemies nearby. And by enemies, I don't mean the BTs. By enemies, I mean there's, you know, those angry NPCs I was talking about before? Yeah, those guys. Shit. Don't think a rope is gonna reach the entire way. Ah, they marked it for me. How nice. Alright. Yeah, I definitely think there's a path here where I'm gonna run into some trouble if I'm not careful. Okay. And we're just gonna rappel down, it looks like. Yup. Come on, you unwieldy bastard. Oh man, am I gonna have enough rope? Oh yeah, just enough. Just enough. It's like that rope almost tried to clip through the cliffside there. All right. Let's get ourselves through here very carefully now. Oh, there's a spot there. It's like a little hole. Okay, let's do a scan. Try and get our bearings. Hopefully it's not close enough to any aggressive NPCs, let's call them. Ooh. Okay, let's take a quick look over. Yeah. Did we end up with some dropped frames here or something? Sorry, guys. Oh, man. Alright. Hopefully, did not affect the stream too much. I apologize greatly. Let's fix that, shall we? Thought I'd taken care of that. Looks like I didn't. Alright. So, right there. Don't got much further to go, but can't really traverse that river as I am right now. So, we're gonna... So I don't think I have enough stamina, and I've got way too many packages right now. Okay, Gotta stay still for a little bit. So you notice as I'm traversing over this yellow dotted, or I'm sorry, yellow triangled area, my stamina is still going down. It also happens when you're carrying way too much as well. But don't think I'm at that threshold yet. I think there's a spot here where I can ford the bridge using a ladder if there isn't already a ladder there. Yeah, no, just packages. Oh, it's another one of those big heavy buggers, isn't it? Yep. Alright, I'm not even sure if I'll be able to take this. Yeah, I can't put it on my back. Alright. Oh, no, I want to put that down first. Okay, pressing Y. I am pressing Y. Alright. Auto range, that's what I'm looking to do. No, I want to confirm. Now, can I pick that up and put it in? Oh man. Yep. Oof, man. Alright, yeah. I really shouldn't have done that. But, so, now we see what happens when I take on too much. I don't do this often, but the points are worth it. At least that's what I tell myself. So there's a section up there I might be able to crawl up. Yep. Let's go. Come on. Oh, come on. Get your ass up there. Oh, come on. Buddy, I know you've got... It's marked. Maybe we go this way a little bit and we try and, like, cheat our way up. Yep, there we go. There we go. I knew we had it. So this state that I'm in right now, you want to avoid. Like, I mean, I don't know if I could put too fine a point on it, but as you can tell, you probably want to zoom through if you're viewing on YouTube or VOD, and they haven't muted the hell out of me. It's another river to get across here. So, as you might... So, we're kind of really stuck here. We're in a situation where it's like, oh man, this takes so much longer. On my other... So, on my PS4 copy of Death Stranding, over that impasse, and over that impasse, there are man-made bridges there. And then I think at one point there was a bridge that went from that cliff right up to the Knott's doorstep, essentially. It was really handy. But just like your packages, Jesus. Just like your, sorry, the traffic outside is getting kind of crazy. People are beeping at each other and waving and gesturing wildly. But yeah, like I was saying, just like the packages, your structures will also degrade over time. So you have to go and repair them, or, you know, build new ones or something along those lines. Okay, 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 we're standing still, we're standing still, we're standing still. Don't need to get too bent out of shape about it. And Norman Reedus openly advertising iPhones on Death Stranding. That is exactly what I wanted. I picture on PC they're not going to keep you from playing music on this. But on PS4 you were not allowed. This is one of the few games where you could not use your Spotify app to put music on in the background while you were playing it. I hated that. Yep, this is taking forever. Those 2 things of lost fuel are big points. So, again, worth it to try and do it in one trip. Don't worry, Sam. We're almost there. And I promise, this right here gets a lot easier as you progress through the story. You get access to better equipment, you get access to vehicles, you get access to all kinds of things that make this almost never happen this way again. Hell, one of the best things you can get for a situation like this is what's called an exoskeleton, and it's basically a brace for your entire body, and it increases your weight limit by quite a bit. And then there's upgrades you can get for it as well. Yeah, you don't think? There's another rope, if I am reading that correctly. No, that is just a marker. Okay, we're almost there, man. But again, part of the beauty of playing this game is playing it however you want. And right now, I am able to make the trade of this is going to go slower than need be for more points. Though I did go in with the intention of just getting more points. All of those, some of those, like especially the lost fuel, will change to contain resources that you can use to make more structures as you get later on in the game. So the advantages to picking up more of those style of containers that are super heavy become greater and greater. We're literally on the doorstep. And there is the terminal. And there we go. And now there is a person out front of our property broad daylight casing a car. Are you actually fucking kidding me right now? And then did the cross in front of their chest. What the fuck is even happening? I don't get it. Oh, hey Lucy. Thanks, or well, camera's not there anymore. Hi. Oh, and our first sound alert. Thank you. I mean, somewhat appropriate too, because I have no idea what just happened in front of my house. I have absolutely no idea. Day has been going all right. You know what? I'm not gonna complain. It's been weird weather-wise, but it's gonna be weird here weather-wise for a little bit. Been able to play this game for 3 hours now, showing everybody the wonders of Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus. Alright, that's one knot on the chain. Oh, so you're also a fan. Funny thing is, I've already said it once this stream. I'm glad you missed it then. That's the plan. That's the plan. That's the plan. That's the plan. Ah. Norman Reedus brought a lot of people to this game. It was released at a time when he was involved in a lot of projects. It wasn't just The Walking Dead at that time. Actually, if you were paying attention, or if you were here not too long ago, they actually advertised one of them on in-game. I don't ever pay attention to it, though. Okay. Yeah. We need to deliver some stuff. Okay, so now we can use terminals to fabricate equipment. Now, we can only fabricate equipment if we've got resources to do so, and it's probably going to tell us about how to do this. So, I think we can start seeing player structures at this point, because PCCs, you know that post box that we were looking at before? That's what a PCC is. Basically allows people to drop off stuff if they feel they can't make it around. Also, easy way to just kind of go around, pick up packages, and drop stuff off and what have you. But right now, we're going to make deliveries for lost cargo. Yep. We already talked about this, so we're just going to skip this. Thank you. That's a lot. So much like this, so this is still not a full shipment. A lot of them have different places to go. In the case of, let's say, this guy here. This guy was going off to Capital Knot City. I went to the way station, which means I'm not going to get the full amount of likes that I could have gotten from it if I took it to its actual destination. But you saw how slow I was moving. I'm not going all the way back with this stuff. I'll take stunted points for that. Right, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and skip that. 360 likes for everything. I can deal with that. Alright, so yeah, we can talk about this. So share lockers is basically where I can myself donate equipment, resources, anything like that. So if I pick up let's say I just have a surplus of ladders. I find a bunch of ladders and I don't need them all. Let's say I get 10 and I only really need 4. But I don't want to just deliver them because I'm not going to get a lot of likes for it, and I'm not gonna hold on to them. So I can donate them anywhere basically that acts as a terminal, and people can pick them up if they want. And then here's the claimed cargo. So you know that partial delivery thing I told you about before. Well, you can pick stuff up and take it where it's gotta go. It's not much, so I'm not even gonna bother. So we're gonna take on orders. Construction post box. All right, so let's do this one first. Since I suppose. Wait, did I? Okay. We're going to do one at a time. Yep. We know we already talked about PCC, so we're going to select one and then confirm. Yep. Then we're going to head out. I'm going to show you guys how to make your post box. Post boxes and how you construct most structures. I'm sorry, did I see that right? It said PlayStation Portable? No, Waystation. Got a little bit ahead of myself. So right now we're going to focus primarily on the construction bit, and then we'll get around to something else. So now we can see 2 player structures here. And they look to be brand new because they don't have any lights. So it looks like we're not endgame type stuff here yet. So you'll see, and they have usernames on top of them. Now, I'm not sure how to tell if they're structures made by like an Xbox player or a PlayStation player, but I'm gonna presume that they're Xbox players and it's not cross-platform. But anyways, we can go up to these and like them. And whenever that person goes back to their next, or completes their next order, they get those likes that I just sent them. Oh shit. Oh shit. And as you complete orders yourself... Oh, okay. Also, thank you, Q-Ball's here. Or Q-Ball is here. I did not know it was cross-platform. I get you learn something new every day. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Also, if you liked what you see here, be sure to follow. I'm almost at my goal, so a follow would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. I think these resins will actually come in handy because they'll be needed for the construction, I think. If not, I'll drop them off. Or donate them, which would be probably way more useful. So for placing structures, you got kind of an Animal Crossing vibe going here, where basically you pull out the item, in this case a PCC, you pull it out, and then you use the left trigger to basically aim. You gotta find a certain area that is not obstructed. I'm trying to show you an area. Where it's not, and then press the right trigger to place it, and it takes care of the rest. Yeah, sure. Did you have any questions or anything, or? Because I've actually been trying to do this to try and introduce one of my followers to this game, to see if they wanted to play it. So if you have anything you wanted to know, please let me know, and I'll be happy to try and answer the best of my ability. Or if you have any tips for somebody, by all means. Just so long as, you know, you're following the chat rules. So, just like before, like I mentioned about the share locker, it's the same thing. Everything that I just mentioned. So, we know how this works. So I didn't need those materials because I'm pretty sure the materials I used to construct the PCC for shipment was all I needed to do. So those resins can get donated just fine. And we can go back. Let's actually pick up some of those packages. But I guess, okay, I know the game is going to suggest don't worry about building much on this section of the map. Oh yeah, no, I've already been through this game, Q-Ball. So I'm actually quite familiar. A lot of people just build on this map to help other players. So while I know it's not really needed and you don't really need it to progress things yourself, it helps other players quite a bit. I was actually mentioning earlier, I don't know if you were here or not, but there's a stretch over here, if I can use the compass to point it out. So there's a stretch right there where there's two pretty significant gaps. And on my PS4 playthrough, there are two bridges. And I'm not talking about like ladder bridges either. I'm talking about like full-fledged bridges. Somebody went out of their way to come back to this point in the game and place some bridges there. And because there's not a whole lot of BT activity here, those bridges pretty much stay in place the entire time. And it's just really helpful when you see stuff like that. And that's really part of the whole point of, you know, doing some stuff like that sometimes. I haven't really run into a lot of, like, griefing or anything like that as far as as far as like placement of anything is concerned. Though I'm pretty sure it can exist. I once had a whatchamacallit, one of the cars or whatever, the vans, placed directly in my way when I was playing on PS4. That was a pain in the ass, but I mean, I just got in and drove it out of the wedged in spot. Took me about like 5 minutes, and then I was able to get a vehicle through. It wasn't like a big deal.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah, let's get the compliments out of the way. Get our likes. And move on. Those other materials. Alright. I don't know who's using the sound alerts, but thank you. It's good enough for a good laugh. What's up, Cue Ball? Yeah, you know how it goes. Well, it's because I have the desktop volume and not the input directly from the game. So basically, I had my desktop volume turned down a fair bit because the music from the game was overtaking my voice. So I can probably turn that up a smidge more now that we're going to be seeing less input from the background music. Resins, yes. And do I have anything else like that? Yep. Oh, wait, no, it's already in the locker, so we're good. Yep. But yeah, go ahead, Cubal. Let me know, and I'll try and answer as best as I can. Do I just have to, like, is that destroyed thing just, I can't get rid of it? I don't have too much experience with destroyed cargo, so... Oh, right, I didn't take an order. As far as my understanding is that areas aren't used simultaneously in the way that, let's say, like MMOs do. So how I believe structures and deliveries present, later on in the game you get the ability to construct a drone that performs smaller deliveries for you. As you move about the world, you can sometimes see drones kind of coming and going. Well, you can also see other porters in much the same way. Other players show up like porters, so they don't come and go like actual live players, I guess is how I'm saying. And structures are much the same way. I'm not sure what the timing is like, but I'm almost positive that it's not immediate. So, in the case of what you're asking, if I were to place a truck right in the front of an entryway of some sort in an effort to try and block you, A, I would have no way of knowing you were there, and B, I would legitimately risk trapping myself and in effect having to move the truck in order to get out of there. And B, at the end of the day, again, there's no way of knowing. You could just get in the truck and move it out. It would be a really poor way of griefing a player. But I know what you're saying, and I don't think structures go up live. As you're playing, I think structure updates come into play. So there's 3 things to note. Structures come into play when you reset the game. So when you leave, and then as you're coming back in, all of the structures update. I believe around each of the knots and in an immediate area around the structures, nothing can be placed. If it is put in the closest spot outside of that area. And again, I don't think they're placed live. So I think that's an effort to try and keep people from, griefing, and try to keep this kind of thing to be helpful as opposed to hurtful. But yeah, I mean, even if you were that kind of person, griefing in that manner using a truck to do so would not be productive at all. Technically, yes. I can say technically, but like I said, it would be a poor way to grief somebody. If you wanted to help, you could just leave the truck outside, but you would need to leave the truck and not just be like a temporary thing, because like I said, I don't think they would see it until the next time they went to play the game. You really, when you want to help somebody out, you want to leave it with the idea that players will come back to it later. So, if you want to build a bridge, you're not doing it because your friend, who's also in the game, needs the bridge. Because you can't even tell whether or not you're mapped up with that player, You could very well be using 2 completely different sessions. You do it because you want to just be long-term helpful. It's more of a random occurrence than anything else, and I'm pretty sure that's entirely by design. Okay, so now we're going to start worrying about not lost delivery. So this is another type right here. And what this means is that either it was stolen or it belongs to one of those aggressive NPCs that I told you about. And I think this is the path that I was talking about earlier, where we're going to run into some aggressors. Yeah, I've already gotten a look at my health, so that means you're going to get familiar. Oh, and I just got pinged. Yep, there we go. So they know where I'm at now. So I gotta get. They're gonna talk about it.
Now, someone has eyes on you. Get to your destination ASAP if you don't want to get caught.
I can handle 2 of them, but I don't have really any way to defend myself other than. And I just. Alright. So let's try and get out of here. See if there's a way for me to outrun these guys by going through the rocks. So, oh shit. Alright, and now they're throwing spears at me. Well, I don't have to outrun them. Alright. Because now it's BTs I have to deal with. Alright, folks. This is fine. Let's get through this area and then call it good. I knew there was a name for them. Mules. How much distance do I have left on that? Still have 790 meters, basically. Am I going to be able to get there before too long? I guess there's only one way to find out. So just because it's raining is not an indication of BTs in the area, but you can tell if you look up in the sky. So in this case, there's some strands just up here, which indicate that that will be where some BTs are at. So yeah, it looks like I might be able to avoid them entirely. But it looks like they're over the hill, so I should be okay. Is this a player structure coming up here? It is not a player structure, so I'm just gonna drop some stuff off. Well, not some stuff, I'm just gonna deliver the last cargo and call it good. Get some lights for something I would have just passed over and move along. Did I? Oh man. Did I change the stream info? Yeah, I did. But I didn't change enough. One more skipped frames. Jesus Christ, man. Well, hopefully it doesn't look too terrible. I guess I'll go over it when I'm in when it goes to VOD. I'll see how bad it is. Okay, so it looks like those strands are still off in the distance, so I might actually be good. Okay, I can see it now. Yeah, I may actually be good here. Wish my cargo wasn't so damn heavy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost moving too fast, and now I think I can freewheel it. Almost all the way down here. And this is the indicator that there are BTs in the area. Kind of timed it weirdly, but there we go. Okay. So they're to my right. Oh, wait. Where are we looking at here? Oh, somebody dropped something too. So I'm not terribly close. See if we can just skip right entirely, and it looks like we can't. Yeah, there's one right there. But thankfully it's not really crawling with the guys. Shit, man. Alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where? Okay, yeah, right in front of me there. Shit. Oh, shit. Alright, so we're gonna see our first run-in. Oh! Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You gonna let me go? Come on. Shit. Alright. Let's fucking go. Now, I just have to run. This is the point here, so I gotta just hope that I'm not able to lose my way here. So I cannot fight that thing. Just have to kind of use the obstacles and hope it doesn't find a way around them. Think I'm good. Or not. Shit, shit, shit. Don't drop everything. Come on, man. Shit. Come on. Oh, okay. So I got really lucky there because it was right on my ass. Whew. Oh man. Alright. Let's get to the center and we will call it good. Oh yeah, let's do that before I forget. Oh yeah, baby's stressed out, ain't it?
Something wrong, Sam? Oh no. It doesn't look
It's gonna tell me how to calm the baby down. Which is another thing you're gonna have to manage while you're out and about.
I can perform the necessary maintenance at a distribution center. Hurry though.
Okay, okay, so it says we're gonna perform necessary maintenance, so we don't have to worry about stress management right at this moment. But basically, it's gonna tell you how to perform baby management, which is basically you sit still and you either do a thing that it likes, or you sit there and you just kind of soothe it for a bit. Shit, shit, shit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, yes, I know. I know how stress works, thank you. That was almost bad. This was not my best run. But I also managed to avoid BTs, so... Well, not avoid. I guess it did get caught. I just didn't get taken down by BTs, let's say. I think I'm good to just boost. Oh, hey! There's a player dropped off. Oh, wait, no, that is a NPC vehicle. Either way. Let's get through here. Let's get this done. Let's get the game saved, and let's call it good. That will be enough for today. Whew.
Waystation folks told me all about you. Sam Bridges, with the second expedition, right? The guy expanding the chiral network on his lonesome when he's not out making deliveries. So would you bring us? Let's see it. Talk about above and beyond. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Must have had to pass through BT territory to
There's some damage, 13%, but not terrible. It was probably from that fall that I took in the river. It's still enough to get me an S rank.
Okay, it's time. Do you mind?
So now we're starting to settle into our routine of what we need to do and how we do it. At this point, the only thing that changes is the how. Yep. And now, so we're seeing, if we can bring my cursor up here, we're seeing that we're a lot more marks on the paths here. These are marks and structures left by players. You notice up here there wasn't nearly as many when they first came online. Now that we brought an area online, we can see everything. I think they'll start showing up in earlier areas as well, but again, like Scott Cueball said there, they don't show in the earlier areas all that much. You see here, here's a rope, here's a marker, that is a post box, there's some more markers here, just an ass ton of markers, some ladders, so on and so forth.
Looks like we're on the chiral network. And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we can produce supplies for you here as needed. Think of it as our way of returning the favor. Now head west and keep on doing what you do.
Good. The distro center is on the network.
Sam, do me a favor. Take your BB to a private room and connect it to the incubator.
Yeah, before we do that, we're going to go ahead and save, and we're going to cut the stream here. Because like I said, I mean, this has gone on way longer than I expected it to, and than I wanted it to, honestly. So yeah, good introduction, I suppose, to what Death Stranding is, and what Death Stranding will be. And if you guys want, I'm planning maybe one more stream this week of Death Stranding. When that'll be, I'm not sure. But I am thinking about doing one more. If you guys want to see more, let me know. Best ways to do so, toss me a message in the chat. Hook me up in my Discord. You have the server link in the chat if you want to join. You know, give me a line. Let me know what you want. And if you want more Death Stranding, then let me know. If you're viewing on YouTube, you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I appreciate it there as well. Best way to just get in touch with all of my content is by checking out my Discord, following me here, and it looks like I hit my goal. So thanks everybody for all of that. Thanks everybody for tuning in. You made this one a really good day, so appreciate it. We're gonna just double check on saving here to make sure that I did it properly, and we are good to go. So yeah, thanks again, guys, and I will catch you guys all later.